Hi, good morning. Today our topic is breathing and exchanging of gases. Now this is zoology class 1. Now here the differentiation between the breathing and the respiration means breathing means simply exchanging of gases in and out, and respiration means respiration is a biochemical process. Here chemical process indicates mainly by the catabolical process breakdown. It means that's why respiration is a biochemical process, and the oxidation of food materials and the releasing of energy is known as a respiration. Here the oxidation of food materials means the food materials is combining with oxygen. That food is called as a oxidation of food materials. This food is undergoes the catabolical process, that is the breakdowning of process. Finally releasing of energy is known as a respiration. Here in our animal kingdom, different phylums having a different respiratory process is present. Now for porifera, the best example is the sponges. For cnidarians, the best example is the hydra. For ctenophora, the best example is the pleurobrachia and the flatworms, Taenia soliums. Most of these all the phylums, the respiration is takes place by what process? Diffusion. It means from higher concentration to lower concentration, the gases exchanging is takes place. And for the nematoda, that will be indicates the roundworms. See, if any worms, that is the flatworms or earthworms or roundworms, when the worms is a free living, the respiration is aerobical respiration, that too mainly by cutaneous respiration. What is meant by cutaneous respiration means the respiration is takes place through skin. That respiration is called as a cutaneous respiration. That's why when the worms are free living, the respiration is the aerobical, that is cutaneous respiration. When worms are parasitical, the respiration is the anaerobical respiration. Without oxygen, the organisms is survive. And for earthworms, that is phylum Annelida, the respiration is through skin mostly, that is the cutaneous respiration by the process of diffusion. For arthropods, here for limulus is commonly called as a king crab, and also it is called as a living fossil. The respiratory organ is the book gills, very important. And for the scorpions, the respiratory organs is the book lungs. For prawns and crab, the respiratory organs is the gills. For centipedes and millipedes and insects, here the centipedes and millipedes means, suppose this one is the organism, this one is segments. From each segment they having a pair of legs. That type of organisms is called as a centipedes. Or from each segments two pairs of legs is present, that is called as a millipedes. That's why for centipedes and millipedes and insects, the respiration is takes place by through trachea. That respiration is called as a tracheal respiration. Most of the for tracheal respiration there is no respiratory pigment. For us the respiratory pigment is the hemoglobin. What is respiratory pigments? The pigment which can carry or which can useful for the exchanging of gases, that pigments is called as a respiratory pigments. For the tracheal respiration, respiratory pigments is absent. And for mollusca, a special type of gills is present, that is called as a ctenidia. For echinodermata, the respiration by the process of diffusion, and also they having a specialized organs, that is called as a respiratory trees. And for chordata, mostly for fishes and larvae of amphibians, respiration is takes place through gills. For terrestrial amphibians, the respiration is takes place through lungs, and also takes place through buccopharyngeal, and also takes place through cutaneous respiration. For reptiles, aves and mammals, the respiration is takes place through lungs. In some of the organs in reptiles, the respiration takes place through cloaca, the posterior side of the body. It means the rectum and anus is combinedly open into a chamber. That chamber is called as a cloaca. That's why in some of the organisms in reptiles, the respiration takes place through cloaca.